come out for you guys. The reason why it took almost 4 years is because I bought it on my Xbox and not my PlayStation, as it costs an extra $6 over on my PlayStation. So instead of costing $19.99, it costs $25.99 on this. And at no point did I ever have $26 or an extra dollar on my PlayStation. But last night the game was on sale for $4 and I couldn't let that opportunity go. So I decided to buy Kona, which is why we're here today, playing Kona.
Sought information for a living. That is to say that ever since he returned from Korea, after having served with the armed forces, he had been working as a private investigator in Montreal. William Hamilton, a rich industrialist, had gotten in touch with him regarding a simple vandalism issue. Nothing to write home about. Not worth hiring a private eye either, just so he can drive for hours on rough roads. But that's how it had always been. The client pays, Carl gets it done.
Hey, I'm putting something out on Facebook. I honestly fucking love this game. I have played it on
they had set up
Xbox, I've played it on PC.
His client's business. Well, actually, the entire village had William Hamilton's name written all over it.
Let's get in here for a couple hours. Possibly finish the game. This game is very simple. I will definitely be doing multiple runs on this game.
When the roads were bad, muddy, or snowed in, it was customary around these parts to close them off. But it was also customary to ignore those signs entirely and drive there anyway.
Oh, I got something in my eye here. Right. Holy fuck. It's the run button. Okay. Got the water bottle, I'm gonna need that.
The Polaroid, Carl's long-standing and faithful ally, had seen its share of husbands caught red-handed cheating. There's always something out there waiting to be snapped away.
Yeah, I gotta send a text to somebody. Alright. And yes, this game is actually entirely in French.
Hamilton never mentioned a road-blocking barrier. Why was it needed here in the back of Beyond? That would, however, be a mystery for another day. Carl had waited long enough for someone to come and raise him. Hamilton is waiting for Carl in the general store. It was time for him to get down to business. William Hamilton enjoyed a lavish country house built in the very heart of the northern forests, not too far from here. The local populace was divided when it came to the affluent man. Some saw a wealthy philanthropist dedicated to improving the region's economy. Others an aging Englishman who would do anything to further his fortunes. And those ones hated him enough to go on about scheming against him. Hamilton had recently acquired a few local businesses, but the last straw was the reopening of a mine, which gave rise to a wave of protests and threats from the Cree people. Given these circumstances, Carl reckoned that a good number of people must be feeling compelled to oppose Hamilton in one way or another. So far, only the industrialist's house had been a target, but soon enough, Carl thought, the target would become the man himself.
I'm not gonna spoil anything at all, because I know everything going on in this game. The ending is why I love this game. The gameplay is why I love this game. The story is why I love this game. And it does have some mythology in it, but it also does its own little twist on it, which I gotta give it to Ravenscourt. Oh shit, everything's at half.
Carl needed to get out
I'm probably gonna need to smoke like a dozen cigarettes.
Required urgent care.
Fuck, I can't remember what I'm doing. Gets out and falls into snow. Title card? Yeah. Kona. I fucking love this game. I'm so happy I get to play it for you guys. Okay. Let's go up here to the car.
The driver had taken off. It was still best to check it out and leave nothing.
There's gotta be like a med kit here too,
Carl
right?
needed help.
Yeah. No. Oh, I straight up half deposit the game? Okay.
It was a small, locked box engraved with the letters W.H. Carl thought about taking it. Nothing was to be left to chance.
Okay,
This
now we
week
gotta go
in the
get
country,
more.
his last hope was to find an abandoned garage or a farm by the roadside. His life depended on it.
Fuck.
It was so cold. Already Carl did not feel his toes anymore.
Alright. That should relieve the stress. Do I have any cigarettes left? That's equipment. I have 5. Okay. Get nice and warm.
Carl, like many of his contemporaries, felt like he had more trouble breathing when he wasn't smoking. Cigarette was his own personal breathing assistant.
This game, personally, I don't condone smoking, but in this game, smoke them while you got them. Right, there's nothing up here for me. Don't continue on with the game. And yes, you gotta know this is northern Quebec. This stuff does actually happen. We do get freak snowstorms in Canada. Best part of the game, he actually puts his hand on the seat. And this game is all about like guessing where the road is too, which is arguably the worst part, but I kind of like it.
Spread out on a few acres of untouched forest, bellowing caribou, everlasting snow, and undefiled lakes, the Manistan region was no tourist hub. It was said to have been populated for millennia by Cree people, and ever since the industrial era, by the metal mining industry.
Oh, fuck. Yep, I'm gonna lose the suspension.
It was running on fumes. Good thing that the general store was close by.
I gotta say, this game runs so much better on PlayStation.
Surrender their divine nectar so easily. In all likelihood, they had to be switched on from inside the store. A milkman had to drive by every week to fill the bottles. The fresh milk indicated a recent visit. Something fell to the bottom of the box. Carl had no trouble recognizing his employer. He had been killed. There was no need to be a detective to figure that out. But only a detective could have noticed that the killer had to have been very close, that the fatal blow had been given before the victim even realized. Carl felt a chill down his spine and had a terrifying realization. If Hamilton was dead, then who was going to pay him?
I get some fire starters going. Oh man, I live like right here, and they cut us off, man. Yeah, it's the fucking frogs for you.
An explosion suddenly occurred outside.
Flashlight. Okay, from the generator.
Maintaining his composure, Carl recalled something from his military training. Wolves always
Duct
stay
taping
away
wires.
from populated areas.
Whoa.
Wait, was it about bears? Carl was no electrician, but he could identify a wiring problem when he saw one. Carl was used to strange phenomena, but a chunk of ice like this, as if an iceberg came out of the ground, that was a first.
Alright, let's look around for some keys, see what we can get here. Duct tape and matches. Customer credit.
According to that log, it
That
seemed
gives us
like
the
the whole
addresses.
village owed some money to the general
Garage
store.
key.
Carl was far more interested in the bunch of nearby addresses he had just gotten his hands on, though.
Let's go. I think it's gotta be a value of over $10.
Carl knew that Gilles Lachance was in charge of the general store. That made him one of Hamilton's employees. A very angry employee, as Carl could plainly see.
Sherry wine. Could be. Yeah, we already read this. Oh no, never mind. Yeah, I have some more fire starters. I should. Well, I don't need a fire right here. I'm not starting more than 10 insert here, anyways. Oh man. No, I don't need hardware. There's gotta be like a hammer or something in here as well, right? Right, what was it that's in here that I need to get it? I need to get the
Crowbar was
crowbar.
stuck under
Fuck.
the lift. Notwithstanding Carl's
Right.
imposing stature, car lifting wasn't part of his skill set yet.
Right, I should be able to just repair this. Turn on the Jenny. Aha! Aha!
At long last, the crowbar was within Carl's grasp. Surely it would come in handy at some point.
Aha! Alright. Alright, turn that off. Turn this on. Okay, I turn on like the audio of the truck. Oh, never mind, I was looking at something else. Never mind, nope, I guess we're wrong with this. I don't even think this is copyrighted. I'm just gonna fucking play it. Who cares? I get copyrighted, I get copyrighted. Alright. So I'm doing what any real Canadian does.
Carl knew straight away where to find the infuriated Gilles Lachance. Any good investigation would have to start there.
Fuck. Look at. How do I jump again? You think, man, after like 4 or 5 years after playing this game. Okay, 6 should be enough. If I need any more wood, it'll spawn at houses. Oh, never mind. Oh, no, I need that. Damn it, game. Right.
Carl was beginning to know the store and its surroundings like the back of his hand. The Seeker had sought. Carl wondered what the hell could that thing be? It looked like a man fossilized in ice.
That's what it is. Game, hurry up, please.
All of a sudden, Carl felt like he was
Oh my
pulled inside
god,
a
this
world
is so
of
weird.
dreams. A cold, unknown dimension. Somehow, self-control was slipping from his grasp. To all appearances, this was a hunting log. Better yet, a war diary. What could these engraved numbers mean?
739.
A fresh path suddenly appeared before Carl.
I remember during like the beta of this game, I
Carl
spent,
had that feeling you get when you immerse your frozen
I don't know,
hands
maybe
in hot water. What happened?
like 10 hours
Now at
just
least he knew
like
who the
slowly
unfortunate
going
man
through this
provided
place.
ice
Like the
Gilles Lachance, the general store's
From-
manager himself.
the doctor up to like one of those chills like right there, the little walking man. Because we never had from Old Rosaire down to Lamont. And we never had this part of the map. Plus, this half of the map is not in the game. Let's check my stats. I'm a little stressed. Let's run back here. I'm gonna check out every house, by the way. I need to get as many leads as I can. Why is Carl like freaking out? He's not stressed, he's not cold. I don't know, I should probably go get the big coat. Go grab the winter furs. Go! Go, you fucker.
The crossbow bolt stuck into the wooden stairs reminded Carl of the arrow that was said to have hit Achilles' heel. But who was the intended Achilles this time? The air was freezing, right down to the bone. The pot was cold, and the stew inside wasn't cooked. It's likely that poor Giselle was slow cooking it before she got snapped. What a waste.
I want to know how Carl even knows her name. Or at least the narrator, well, the narrator would know.
Carl felt a cool, tingling sensation in his back. Another vision took over him. Something was hidden under the stairs. The man grabbed his rifle. Carl felt a sense of dread in him. Perhaps their spousal relationship had been cooling
Now I
down
have
lately.
tits. I thought I was standing in Gilles.
It seemed like secrecy was commonplace in this house. The vision's veil was lifted,
Fuck.
and he was back to reality. A reality in which Giselle, Gilles' loving
I
spouse,
am
was motionless.
full
Frozen in ice.
fucking stressy, bro. I need some cigs. If you're stressing and you know, smoke a cig. If you're stressing and you know, smoke a cig. If you're stressing and you need it and you really want to show it, go smoke a cig.
What a mess. Clearly, there was some major revamping work underway here.
Go smoke a cig.
The place looked barely habitable.
Alright, let's do this.
Ah, moving. What a pleasant activity. Of course, you'll find the record player only to find the records weeks later in some random box. Carl had seen that kind of safe before. With its double-layered security system blending letters and numbers, its code couldn't be broken by the common burglar.
Alright, on to the next place. Oh. No, I'm not doing that. Fuck that. Nope, fuck that. Fuck. I definitely don't want to be out here doing like all of these missions, but I definitely will be. Still gotta go to the doctors, I gotta go to OO's heirs. Alright, well, you know where we're going first. Sweet.
A true Catholic always strives to keep lowly temptations at bay. Obviously, Carl thought, someone in this house wasn't doing a good job at upholding the Holy Bible's teachings.
Swing. I don't know what the small key is for. I don't think I ever found it.
What was even the point of locking your door if everyone hid their key in the same place? Carl was starting to feel like his investigator life lacked challenge. The house smelled like incense, the kind that reminds you of the good Lord, of peace. Carl smiled at the sight of the nicely protected garden. Hopefully, the Bedards had managed to dig every last potato out before the sudden snowfall.
I don't know the woods at... Which is why we withdraw the wood when we need it.
Religion was very influential throughout Quebec many years ago. Indeed, it was surprising that Carl did not come across a single chapel since arriving here.
Polaroid. Yeah, that's straight outside.
Who knew that giraffes thrived in the North Pole? The craze for toys was stupefying. The family's mother must have spent her days washing the filth off her kids' diapers. The empty cradle sent an eerie feeling down Carl's spine, as if minutes ago someone just grabbed the baby and made a run for it.
I'm gonna go through the journal a little later.
The Bedards had vacated the premises. Carl gathered they would be of no help. Shame that the family had bailed. Carl would have had a few questions for Jean-Luc, a close friend of Hamilton's.
Where to next? There's another house down the road. Right. I know it ends down around here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab it. I'm trying to remember where, like, I'm 90% sure that it's this house anyways.
It was a classic Canadian house, except for the absent horde of kids that would normally be swarming about.
No, give me the matches.
The snowstorm pummeled everything in its path. Carl was not surprised when he heard no tone.
Took out 4 painkillers. Let's go.
All manners of clothing were gone, as if the Rois drove out of town with their closet in tow.
Konopoly. I don't care about the fucking novel. I'm not going for the novel pieces. If I get them, I get them. What's my stress looking like? Smoking while I got them. I don't want the novel. I don't want the novel.
Not a single weapon was left. All of them were gone.
Oh, I can get some freaking 303. Let's go. Let's go. Get some free 303 going. Wait, what? Oh, it's just changing. What? Actually, I don't even want the fucking flare gun. Alright, it's time. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, that's where it's step out. I think this is like 9 or 10. They really should have optimized this a little bit better. Instead of like loading in sections of the game, they should have done dodges like Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead, and like so many games around this time. Nope, they're not the ones I cross over with the X. I saw something crossed over with X a minute ago. fill the silence. Loading screen. Jeez. I can't believe like I'm already halfway done the game too. But yeah, it's not a big game at all. I think like the proper hard part, I don't know, depending on what I do, but the hard part would be coming up in a few minutes actually. You will know exactly what I mean.
A wintry atmosphere surrounded the house. The soundlessness of the area suggested it was empty. When finding a boot, one wonders what became of the foot.
Oh, I still gotta go back.
Money in a jar. What a shame. Carl would have loved cookies.
I'm sure Carl's not alone in wanting cookies. I would definitely love some cookies right now.
The key, which seemed to be meant for a padlock, bore an inscription reading Cloutier et Fils. A company name. Better keep an eye open. Businesses weren't exactly numerous around these parts.
Fuck it, let's get drunk. Did Carl just down an entire beer like that? Fuck it, let's have a third. Le monstre.
A window left open in that weather? Perhaps something had to be watched.
You guys are gonna get ready to watch his stress meter just fucking. You know what? Hang on. Let me find the steak. Equipment. Steak.
A pay stub for some undoubtedly harsh lumberjack work. Alexandre Blais felled trees and chopped woods for Cloutier et Fils.
I'm trying to remember now where I could get a magnet.
Carl's big fingers prevented him from reaching the key.
Oh, I think I know where I was getting back. was gonna do it this way because it'll be a lot faster. Where's my stress at? It's alright. Alright, we're back with the Freezy Lady. Now we have the magnet. The constant loading screens, man. Like, the map's not that big, but it also has so many assets. Three, two, one, loading screen. 3, 2, 1, loading screen. 3, 2, 1, loading. 3, 2, 1, loading. Fuck. I'm gonna get out here. I'm gonna check the mail. It is empty. This seriously is one of my favorite games of the 2017. Like 5 months before we got Red Dead Redemption 2 announced, and it came out 2 years later. This same year we got what was it, WWE 18, 2K18, something like that. We got World War II, Call of Duty World War II, which was another series after. World War II is a fun series, and I might revisit it. Do some videos on zombies. Wired magnet. Over to the shed.
A key. What could it be for? The garden shed? Carl couldn't reach it with his arm alone, but he had more than a few tricks up his sleeve to pick it up.
I'm definitely gonna want that gas tank. The chainsaw doesn't work. No shit. Strap. Holy crap, I got a lot of things on me. Let's go up to QTA feast. I definitely butchered that. I am Canadian, but I did not speak a French. But I am not a frog. I don't need another water bottle.
An axe. Not too shabby. Carl felt he needed to protect himself. It was a typical shot, just like the ones you hear about in Quebecois legends. Local lumberjacks used it to rest and twice a day eat up their pea soup. The leftover food, the clothes, the general warmth of the place, no evidence of escape. Carl was sure of it. People were here not long ago, and they expected to come back.
I can't stand pea soup. Jesus, but you don't need to be pulling fucking 50 on a dirt road.
Welcome to Alibaba's Cave, Lumberjack Edition. Surely Carl would find something worth his time in here.
Seriously, another magnet. If you return the key to the cabin, if you have to use it, thank you. If he has the next best for Chibagamamu, it will be October 12th. Next one is 2 weeks later. Chibogama. That's also Quebec. I think it's okay. I know Canada. Every location in Canada is canon, and I believe that Chibogama is also French. I believe that's like also way up north in Quebec.
Crossbow bolts had the same origin. Carl was sure of it. Who was it? And more importantly, what was being hunted like this? without a single window to brighten things up. The inside of the cabin was almost pitch black. Beware of close encounters of knee and furniture. Solitaire, a card game only hermits can truly enjoy. Carl felt depressed at the thought of playing this.
You know, that's one thing I never played. And I play a lot of card games, but I never played Solitaire. What's in here? The fire starters? Nope, nothing. Nothingness.
Everything was set up for a well-deserved snack. It seemed like the place hadn't been empty for long, but without knowing exactly why, Carl had the feeling no one was coming back anytime soon.
Right. Right. Let's go. Let's go to the doctor's. Oh my. Alright, I'm gonna have to slam on a fucking handbrake if I can fucking avoid it. I still gotta go to the fucking general store. It's okay. Doctor! No! Back up. Fuck, I'm gonna back into his house. Come on. The game's gonna start getting very interesting. Like this is definitely a slower game compared to a lot of games around this time. I'm just trying to check, make sure that I never missed a house. No. I haven't missed a single house yet. I still need to go back and grab the fucking revolver because I don't want to use a freaking mouse in the gun when I'm going through the fucking cave. Really, dude?
There should be a law forbidding doctors from falling sick. In spite of Dr. Beaupre's goodwill, the place didn't look much like a physician's office. It could easily be mistaken for a sewing shop. Carl got the trembles as he imagined the excruciating pain that kind of scalpel could no doubt inflict. Within these miserable walls, patients probably felt more like in a slaughterhouse than in a doctor's office. Someone had lost a few liters of blood here. Carl's first thought had been a lumber accident, someone's hand cut by a saw, or a hunting accident. In any case, whoever had lost all this blood couldn't have gone far. Perhaps they were already dead. There was no doubt that the doctor and Hamilton knew each other very well. The good doctor, flanked by his beautiful spouse. Pure happiness, captured on cardstock. Carl recognized this woman's soulful eyes. Was it Dr. Beaupre who had hit him head-on at the village border? Dr. Beaupre had done his medical studies quite far from here. He was surely one of the first students out of the new campus to settle on the mountainside.
Alright, I'm soon able to move on with the game. This game is fun, but seriously, I said it a million times, and I still mean it. This is quite possibly the greatest game from 2017.
Great care had to be taken searching this place full of oddities. Everything was important. The decor itself told a story.
I missed something. Fuck. I didn't think I missed anything, but I guess I did. Oh. Right here.
A chamber pot. Fortunately for Carl, inspecting it wouldn't further this particular investigation.
More players. Okay, I don't think there's anything left here. I'm back. Yeah, I definitely didn't miss anything here. If he doesn't give me a line of dialogue right now, yeah, I never missed anything. I'm safe, man. I'm good. Alright, let's go to those areas.
Oh, mon bonhomme! Vois-tu le livre, là? C'est le Wendigo. Ouais, le Wendigo. Un guerrier qui devient un loup pour se venger de sa grosse peine. Et je m'attendais pas à ce qu'un étrange retentisse par ici. Moi, te dire, je prends plus de chance depuis que ça roule dans ce bout-là. J'ai ma carabine au bout du doigt, et puis bang, 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 si ça s'approche. Hé, la Corriveau, Batèche, ça te passe l'envie de te marier, la Corriveau. Elle tuait tous ses maris, squick, les uns après les autres. Pas de pitié dans le mariage. Ben oui, une couche. Tu peux-tu tout faire en même temps, toi? Gomme-moi la belle rose de la tulipe, qui se donne au yob sur le mercredi des cendres. C'est-tu pas effrayant, cette histoire-là? Si tu veux du linge chaud, parce que t'es habillé comme un gars de la ville, je dirais pas non à une bonne bouteille de caribou. Puis tu pigeras ce que tu voudras parmi
Get
les
the gun out of my nuts and I'll go get you some.
Mon beau bonnet du beau temps. Puis ma ceinture, où est-ce que je glissais mon flasque. Le monde tournait plus rond quand on s'habillait tout de même. Gadon, ça ouvre la pantille. Prends-la, je m'en fous. Perds ton temps dans mes déchets, tandis que la porte du caribou.
As long as I have a jerry can, I don't think there's anything I need in here. Axe, I've already got the axe. Hardware, I've got the hardware. Yeah, I've already got all of this stuff. I'll take another hardware though. Might need it, never know.
There, Carl had fed his mind, but had forgotten the harsh reality that his body also needed nourishment, especially in the dead of winter.
As most of you know, Canadians don't need food to survive. We need the ice. We need the fucking freezing cold weather to survive. I'm actually joking. No, we actually do live in this, like, kind of weather. A lot of people do. Not as many as it used to be, like 50, 60, 70 years ago. Well, even going back to the 1800s, millions of people lived up here in this kind of weather. Right, I'm not gonna go down the hill. If I go down the hill, I'm probably gonna end up dead.
The place looked more like a pigsty than a house.
Zeppelin!
A heavy stench of curdled milk, cheap alcohol, and boiled cauliflower filled the air. Rock music invaded the minds of men even in the remotest of places. The man didn't own a turntable though, so there's that going for him.
Yeah, that's
Back
Led
then,
Zeppelin.
in Africa and elsewhere, people were ready to take up arms to stand against the yoke of English imperialism. In Montreal, mailboxes were blown up, abductions were carried out, and violent manifestos were distributed to media outlets. but around here, in the great northernmost. All a man could do is curse out loud against the faraway evil and pray for the revolution to arise. That man, by any reckoning, was from that very stock.
Easily my favorite song from that album. Good Times, Bad Times. Easily.
Jean Blouin. Seems like that pig had a name after all.
Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You was also pretty cool. I like that one.
Carl knew right away that the owner of this place wasn't a copper collector. No, this was a junkman's base of operations. The guy definitely seemed like quite the expert in scavenging scrap metal, with or without permission, surely. In the right hands, red metal could sell like hotcakes. The rag reeked of fermented vomit. Carl wondered how one could bear to live in such gross and horrid conditions. You had to be out of your mind to cook up white whiskey at home. The all-surrounding stench of alcohol alone was probably enough to gas a man.
I'm gonna keep 3 on me. I'm gonna drop the pliers. I still need the hammer. Fuck, it's been a while since I smoked.
F. Carl
if I want to go back to
mission
Oasis.
accomplished, with the wicked nectar in his hands.
I'm going back to Oasis. Hell, I'm probably better off. Whoa! I am almost definitely better off going straight to the general store after I go to Oasis. The game also kind of like autopilots you, and it also gives you like the sense of like, oh, I know exactly where I'm going. Like even when I like stopped playing the game and came back to it after like a 2-year hiatus, like last year or 2019, whatever, I knew exactly where I was going.
Quand on cherche, on trouve. Parce que je t'aime bien à cette heure, je vais te dire quelque chose. Tu fais bien de prendre ma pénice. Parce que par là-bas, tu vas rencontrer le vrai froid. Un froid qui glace comme t'en as jamais connu dans ta vie.
Let's take the coat.
The old man's cabin had been very generous to Carl. He couldn't have asked for more.
I'm not doing this because I want the fucking revolver. Because there is a section coming up pretty soon that's It's gonna want me to have a revolver. Like, it's gonna want me to have the moss and the gun, yes. But I'd rather shoot off the revolver because that will make this so much easier.
The murder weapon. What was that doing there, Carl wondered. Hamilton must have been determined to keep some information secret to post this key. Shame he got unlucky. Everything made sense now. Poor Hamilton's denunciation was interrupted, and he figured it would be best to lock everything up and send the key to his correspondent, who would receive the box later on. Clever, but not enough. That's what happens to ordinary people playing spy.
Right, let's go down to Lamont. And, you know, I'm just gonna finish the game here in one video. Why not? This game is approximately 2 hours long. Depending on, like, if you know what you're doing. Which I don't. Gonna lean back and just take this in, man. I love this game so much. Man, I woke up this morning, I was like right fucking sick and... Ugh. Oh, I don't want to be here yet. No, I don't want to be here yet. No, 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 no. I do not want to be here yet. No, not yet. I'm not ready for that yet. No, oh, no. Never mind, I'll just get to Lamont's. I was gonna go to the camp.
The flames won't grow without some help. Other materials were required.
Give it a piece. Damn it. The only reason why I say I'm not ready for that little cave section back there, because I don't have something. If any of you have played this game, you'll know exactly what it is that I'm missing. But it's gonna make this game so much easier.
Sometimes, and especially around here, people are so possessive with their land, as a dog is with hydrants.
This piece of the game was like... It's not even this part of the game, it's just this one little area. It's a police letter.
Roswell, Atamipek, same story. Large deserts conducive to extravagant follies. By following the plan, Carl was led to believe that the snowmobile
Oh, I don't have
parts
the
had to
fucking
be
pliers.
scattered about in the vicinity.
Do not activate. Do I have what it takes for this?
The shape of this machine, almost straight out of Star Trek, was out of the ordinary to say the least. It felt like this thing could fly up into space at any moment. The week of October 5th, thought Carl. That was this week. The plug should have been here by now. The very first steps of man on the moon were made more than a year ago. The event had surely captivated the mechanic's mind for him to still keep this around. Another worrisome victim of this ice, this one seemingly petrified in action. The poor man, before being frozen solid, seemed to have been defending the entrance to his cabin. But from what? It was an indisputable fact that machines like this entailed a level of intellectual finesse that Carl was lacking.
Now, the track. Oh.
A bit of gas, a new spark plug, and a key, and this thing would run perfectly. All he needed to do now was
Fuck.
find all that.
Can I like? Can I just use this right here? I can. Oh, thank you. No, I don't want a steak. Yeah, I'm just gonna get this out of the way. Alright, we're on to the third person, and we're 90 minutes into the run.
something very important must have been in there for the man to take such time and effort to hide it. But Carl didn't know how to reach it.
Oh, now it's evening. Shit, I shouldn't have done that.
Carl had no idea how to interpret a message like that. On the surface, it seemed like he had one half too many of this puzzle. Enough to know he shouldn't take this testimony as gospel. The entire thing, being some punishment for a murder committed by Hamilton, seemed like an outlandish theory. Carl was doubtful.
Right, this is the first part where I want the gun. Actually, I should definitely smoke a cigarette first. Oh, poor Carl. Oh, poor Carl. Oh, fuck. Fuck off. Oh my god, do I have, like... I don't have anything to replenish, like, the little mad fits of health I lost. Oh god. This is just bad.
The blood and the shape of the hole in the ground left no room for doubt. Someone had been buried here. Someone whose life had been taken with blunt force. Where was the body now? Why had it been buried, only to be dug up later? Carl felt as though he was shrouded in fog.
Okay, I loaded up my old phone, which is where I have my notes. To a lot of my games, actually. Let's just go up over here, see if we have anything. We do. Nothing. Eastern Atame Peck. Alright, this is after the secret project. I'm kind of hoping, like, I remember how this works.
That large antenna in the middle of the path, undoubtedly ideal in attempting to communicate with little green men, was quite awkwardly placed. There had to be a lever to control it, maybe behind it.
Okay, I'm going to assume
Carl
that
would have to figure out how to reach it. The electric terminals
I have this
appear to be linked together, but for what?
Okay, hang on. I can't go yellow-green here, so... That one's correct. Okay, hang on. So this one's supposed to be about green and blue? Okay. This one's red and yellow. Okay.
Carl rejoiced at the unexpected source of heat, but not as much as his freezing hands.
Alright, let's try Try saying positive this way? Okay. And I think this one I just gotta turn around. There we go.
Open sesame. So that's where the generator key was hiding. All that was left was to use it. At last, so big an effort for an oh so tiny piece of metal.
Now we're going into the cave, which I'm not looking forward to. But we must advance the game. I'm kind of looking forward to finishing this though. I love when I get like 2 hours and I just sit down, play a game, do it all live. Actually, I should be set for everything now.
The mechanic was still frozen, and Carl had everything he needed, so he felt ready to leave. Luckily, he had the coat to protect him from the biting cold. The cold seemed to be more brutal here than anywhere else. It seeped into bones and into every breath to get to the heart until it stopped. Carl needed to be dressed in warm clothes to survive.
Hello, Wolfie.
Another instance of this magic ice. What was this one doing, lying on the ground, so afraid? The plot thickened like water into ice. He had been running in fear from something creeping towards him, against which he couldn't do anything, only to end up like this, petrified and cold.
Bums.
It seemed as though Regin had been ready to take up arms and slay people like Hamilton. Could he have committed murder for his cause? Who could have gotten killed in front of his very eyes?
Oh, it's a Lee Enfield. You know what? I'd rather have an Enfield than a freaking Mustang gun. Smoke, smoke, smoke a joint, pass it down the line. Take a toke, load of stress, and go fucking mine. Right, I need a fucking medkit. I'm gonna fucking die. I kinda keep forgetting that I need to grab a fucking medkit. Actually, I don't have a medkit. Let's grab the fucking revolver. Oh, I should probably reload my Enfield. The reload animation for this is sick. I also love the iron sights. Let's get ready with the revolver. Yes, I'm getting cold.
Carl suddenly felt observed. He was
Yes, Carl.
worried about a presence around him.
Ice Wolf. Die.
No stone can withstand the force of dynamite.
Oh my god. Ha 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 ha. Let's go. The night I got this game, there was a part I got to, and I just spent the entire time just trying to advance a different way. Because I saw something and it scared me. And you gotta know, I was still 13 at the time. Yes, I'm 16 now. But at the time, man, like, I never saw anything like this. Bodies trapped in ice. It was freaky. This game was the coolest thing I had ever played at the time. It's one of my favorites now. It's slowly taking LA, True Countries of LA, from me. I can safely say though, like my favorite game of 2003 was Street Crime LA. 2004, I don't know, probably SmackDown vs. Raw. And it was like all those, all the way up, like SmackDown vs. Raw was my favorite game of every year. Because I fucking love those games. 2012, no, 2011 was probably MW3. 2012 BO2. 2013 WWE 2K14. That was fucking fun, man. I love that shit. I still have that. I still have 2007. Actually, no, my favorite game of 2005, instead of SmackDown vs. Raw, was probably True Crime New York. True Crime New York 2. 2014. I didn't like Advanced Warfare. Probably GTA PS4. New, updated, GTA. New, updated. We're getting another version of it now in like 3 months. Fuck man, I'm not looking forward to that. Uh, 2015. This is probably Black Ops 3. I still play that today.
The track was fresh. That meant the car sunk down just a little while ago. Now where the hell could the passengers possibly have gone? Carl was becoming increasingly convinced that this was not normal hunting. The game that was being tracked was fearsome. So much so that the hunter didn't dare approach it. What could it be?
My favorite game of 2016. I'm trying to think now. Like what came out in 2016. We got Infinite Warfare.
Carl knew why he was suddenly
I wasn't a fan.
He was going back to the realm of visions. Carl had no
Uncharted.
issue recognizing the spirit-like figures, but he couldn't figure out what they wanted from him.
Uncharted was definitely my favorite
Phantom,
of 2016.
freed of reality's shackles,
2017,
vanished in the
it's
forest.
a mixture of this called
Earlier,
in Card World War II.
Carl had
2018
witnessed
was
the
Red Dead.
tragedy that
Easily
befell
Red
his.
Dead.
Another phantom
2019.
disappeared in the wilderness. Carl had seen what happened to it too.
Fuck. I don't think there's
third
anything
phantom
in
gently
2019
faded
that I
away.
liked a whole lot.
Carl noticed that as the
2020.
cursed villagers finally left reality, he could feel a sense of unburdening exuding from them in an almost
2019.
intimate way.
Fuck.
The last phantom, lost in solitude up until now, joined the others in the forest's darkness, free at last to enjoy an eternal, well-deserved slumber.
Fuck, I don't know
Carl
what it was
only
for
beginning to understand the horror
2019.
which had struck his village. He understood that the dead were piling up and that he couldn't help them by himself. The road was clear for him.
You know, Assassin's Creed
He
3
needed to work further
Remastered.
north
That came out in
and fast
2019.
to find help.
...2020, my favorite game last year. Fuck. I'm loving Cold War. Watch Dogs is fun. Assassin's Creed, I loved playing that for you guys. No, at least the ending, you know.
Another diary. Carl felt like someone was trying to communicate with him. Or was it simply the result of happenstance? A fire can't be started with a snap of the fingers.
I have 10 logs. What? What the f... Actually, you know, I'm not even going to use the Enfield. Seeing as here, I should grab the fucking medkit before I end up dying. I got lucky. I have 3. Let's go.
Carl had found what he was looking for. He needed to get back on the road. Carl reckoned that the place was still inhabited less than 24 hours ago. His detective sense tingled, revealing to him, or was it the strong smell of wilderness in the air, that there were most likely 2 men. There should be a rifle hanging there. Its owner may not be very far.
I don't want to turn that on.
The jacket was still soaking wet. The poor man had, surely unwillingly, had a taste of the pond's water not too long ago. According to the pay stub, that poor man was Alexandre Blais.
Oh, that's sick. Oh, fuck. Okay, hang on. I have something for this. Fucking put the hammer on its head. Oh fuck, there's 2! Let's go, folks! You wanna go for round 2? Fuck you. You can't even go round 1. No! Oh, my chest is at an all-time low. Okay. Wait, I have painkillers. That's like the best thing I could use right now. How many painkillers do I have? Just popping pills. Popping pills. No, what I need is popping pills. Yeah, if I just keep going up here. Cabin's gonna be right here.
Right until that point, Carl had believed that the object of this crossbow hunting had been a ravenous wolf who was terrorizing the village. But as he noticed the height at which the bolts had been fired, he concluded that the beast had to have been as tall as a man on his feet, not unlike a gorilla. The thought was chilling. Seems like this...
Wait, what? That's an achievement? Chessmaster?
long deserted.
Oh, fuck. I need to look at the map. Okay, if I keep going down here and take a left, I should be fine. Can we get sub 230? This is like my first speed run in years, so I'm sorry if I'm terrible at it. Yeah, go up. Okay. Okay. If I remember where to go, I should be fine. In theory. When I get up here, I'm gonna take care of my rifle, my medkits, and my painkillers. And my ammo. Okay. Oh, I'm very cold. The rifle. My medkits. My revolver. See if I can just start up a fire up around here.
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
Pretty
Carl
fucking
felt
long,
the
Carl.
strong pull of a vision overcome him. A young woman. It looked
Wait,
like a simple hunting accident. There was Hamilton. Carl recognized him. A major hunting accident.
now we go to the doctors.
The doctor examined the young woman. But death couldn't be overturned. She was dead. It was not the type of body you buried in a big ceremony in the village graveyard. It had to be hidden. No one could know about this. The best way to do that was to have a simple-minded man bury the poor girl. Lamotte, the mechanic. The doctor denied the unfair death of the young woman, but Hamilton had him in his grips. Hamilton knew all of the poet's secrets and wouldn't hesitate to reveal them. I know all about your crimes, you little communist. You know mine. What a sordid affair.
And that brings us...
Carl understood the ins and outs of the affair. A woman had been killed in an unfair accident, and a young warrior had damned himself to avenge her. But Hamilton, the one responsible, had already been killed, and so the beast could not quench its thirst for vengeance. And now, recklessly, Carl had pulled the bolt from the beast's heart. A beast who was but a young free man lost without his fiancée. and who had, out of hatred, become Wendigo.
Yeah, the stress just builds for Carl. Oh, fuck, I can't run with SIGs.
Carl.
No, I don't want the journal. No, I don't want the journal. I don't want the journal. I don't want journal. I don't want journal.
Always carried
Hatchet.
his log on him, in which he scribbled down plots and leads alike during the course of his investigations.
If I get... Oh, you're so close to me. You're so close. Okay, 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 okay. Gun. Fuck you. He fucking denied it. I'll give it to you, you little bastard. You're fucking good at dodging. Oh, fuck. Okay, 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 okay. It's okay. So I have the medkits. I have the medkits for mistakes. Medkits are for mistakes. Is it this way? No, it's not this way. Oh. I know I appear very calm during this, but I'm not. My heart is racing. Yeah, I know. You're right the fuck there. Ha ha ha, the stress is gonna kill me. The cemetery. I'm close. Okay, hang on. Medkit. Rifle. Okay, hang on, where's the revolver? Wait, do I have one more bullet left?
The narrow passage sheltered him, but for how long?
Can I seriously get a no death run? Please, game. That's all I ask is a no death run. Let's pop some pain meds. did it! What was that, 2 hours and 3 minutes? And like 53 seconds?
When you disappeared, so did purity. I would defend purity against the winds, the tides, against ice and blizzard. Could it be that all this was but a story of justice and vengeance? The soulful doctor, avenging his fiancée's unjust death by avenging this young woman as though she was his lover. Are these passionate feelings not precisely the kind of feelings that could cause a storm, petrify people deep inside, create monsters?
I can't believe I did that in, like, just over 2 hours. I fucking love Ravenscourt. Seriously, everything, all the credit goes to these guys. Go check out some of their other work. They did amazing work with this. I really want to play this. So there's rumored to be 4 more games.
Un survivant! On a trouvé un survivant!
The soundtrack to this game is awesome too. I'll be back. Alright. That's gonna do it for the stream. Take care.